Welcome to Capitalizing Your Life, the podcast that shows you how to take control of your money, build lasting wealth, and create financial freedom using the infinite banking concept. If you're ready to make your cash flow work for you instead of someone else, you're in the right place. Here's your host, Glenn Yaney.
Good morning, Glenn here in Tampa. Today I wanted to talk to you about a very stressful job, which is 100% commission positions, and how we have to take our current jobs that we're in to see what kind of risk tolerance we're actually in. And if you're in 100% commission, it actually means that you should probably take your investments and put them in less risky investments. But what I see happen is that the person that's taken 100% commission, that's very volatile, it's dictated by the market, by the Federal Reserve. It's like these are people that are taking these super risky investments on the outside. And the key asset in this equation is the actual 100% commission person. And we'll just talk about the real estate agent because that's the first one that comes to my mind. You know, they can make $300,000 to $500,000 a year. You know, and it takes some time. If at year 3 to 5, it's like you start accumulating this experience that people are trusting you, that you're growing. And so how do we structure this to where we're able to survive long term and be able to take care of our families? So I couldn't think of a better, with the infinite banking concept, this is something that these agents would really benefit from. The way that we can structure them is through flexible premium. And also when windfalls happen, you can infill the policy with paid up additions. And this is how you can withstand the storm. So when you're in the beginning phases, I don't know if, you can have like a small policy, but I can tell you that I know lots of agents making $300,000 to $500,000 a year that end up being stressed out when the market starts to shift, which it's guaranteed to happen. When buyers don't agree with sellers, nobody ends up buying. And that's, I think, the kind of market we're in right now. The buyers aren't agreeing with these prices. The sellers, they think that their prices are supposed to be higher. So it turns into a softer market, less velocity with transactions. And who gets hurt in this besides the buyer or the seller? It's really, they're just trying to have a price discovery, but the agent who has less velocity makes less money. And that's how it starts. So what do we do when, say, velocity is high, income is flowing, we have this $300,000 to $500,000 a year that we've done? How do we withstand a bear market, and we also are able to still create wealth for ourselves? And in my opinion, the best place to store your capital is the infinite banking, or through properly structured whole life insurance with, practicing the infinite banking concept. Hey guys, if you'd like to learn more about the infinite banking concept and how to flow your capital through your own financing system, my team and I are here to help. With over 35 years of experience, we can guide you in building a properly structured whole life policy tailored to you and your family. See the scheduling link below. Now, back to the show. So what does that do? We have things that happen. We have windfalls of commission. And the day after that commission happens, it's like you're freaked out. You don't know when your next paycheck's coming in. It's like almost like you can't even live in the moment because you're afraid that there's not going to be another commission for another 6 months. And we have to build a strategy that creates a sustainable business. So, that happens in many ways. We're driving down expenses, we're creating liquidity, and then we create a system that is focused on cash flow. Because what happens is with no commission, there's no cash flow. So we have to create cash flowing systems, and through that, it's becoming your own banker. We have to create a system that prioritizes efficiency in our capital. We have to, make sure that our debt load is very, I would say, low, because our income is inconsistent. And once we start to create more consistent income, we can take on the bigger risks, take on the bigger projects, take on more people to staff and hire. And why would we not focus more on building out our financial system compared to doing what the normal media tells us to focus on retirement? You're not going to have anything at the end if you don't focus on retirement. And what we're doing is we're focusing on, creating a safe, structural, cash flowing system through the infinite banking concept, and that's really what we're trying to do here. You want to load up the camel hump, to be able to take on, whenever the downturns happen, we have this capital available for us to either take advantage of, whether it's buy more real estate, or we just know that we need to, hunker down and be able to be prepared for low commission months going ahead. And what happens on the other side is that the agents that actually make it through these downturns are the ones that get paid the most because they have experience with downturns. They know the market. They could tell you about how short sales were very tough. They know how to operate a short sale. You get more creative on how to accumulate more commission. You have a marketing budget that might be able to get you in front of more people whenever there's less buyers in the market. These are things that we have to focus on as our business. And as an agent, we focus on the luxuries, the consumption, and we have to become a producer and not a consumer. And when we become that person, it will create an abundant life for us. But I can tell you, starting out as a regular 100% commissioned agent, what you're doing is you're constantly in fear about when the next check's coming. And what we need to do is get away from that by creating a sustainable system that functions without, fear. And on that note, guys, I don't know if I can go any more about it, but if you'd like to schedule a call with me, I'd be happy to jump on. I can show you what I've done to create a financial system in my life that is sustainable and it gets me through the tough times. And on that note, you guys have a wonderful day and we'll talk soon.
Thank you for listening to the Capitalizing Your Life podcast. Please rate, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share with someone who you think would enjoy listening.